I want to talk to you guys about burnout. The quality might not be the best on this right now because I'm recording it purely on my iPhone, but I wanted to get it on a one-stop shop, like quick thing, because it's on my mind right now. I've currently been experiencing a little bit of burnout in my own life, and fortunately, within this space, I've been able to deeply analyze my patterns of behavior and deeply analyze myself psychologically to understand what's happening because it's not the first time I've been here. I mean, I've been here on several occasions, and since running my business, more often than not. And understanding that, first understanding what burnout is works. Well, sometimes it's not even about how much work you've done. Sometimes it is simply about allowing yourself or not allowing yourself to shut off. You may only be working a few hours a day, but if your brain's constantly racing with the ideas and your brain's not mentally shutting off, eventually you will burn out. And what does burnout feel like? Feels like depression in my eyes. I've been through states of depression in my life, and it's very, very similar. Low motivation, don't want to do anything. Like simple tasks like chores around the house feel like fucking mountains to move. You don't really want to see anyone. You feel super lonely, but you only want to be alone. You get angry and frustrated and irritable over little things like this. You start getting triggered over things that wouldn't normally annoy you. Like work and everything just doesn't seem like you're kind of asking like, what's the point? Like, what the fuck's the point in all this? Like, you've just got no desire to really do any of it. Things that used to excite you no longer do. It's kind of like there's a dark cloud like over your life, and you're walking around with this everywhere. And no matter what you try, sleep doesn't do it. You can go to the gym, you can do training, you can go on a walk, you can do everything, you can try everything, but it doesn't seem to lift. That's when you know you're experiencing burnout. How to do that is just surrender. How to overcome it is surrender. Do the bare minimum. Like, do whatever. I know we've still got lives to upkeep, so just set out the bare minimum. Like, cut out all the rest of the bullshit, all the other things that you feel like you should be doing but aren't really massively important. Cut out all that stuff and just focus on doing the bare minimum. And then after that, just rest. Listen to your body, man. Like, allow yourself to actually shut off. Like, the reason why you're not allowing yourself to shut off and actually have rest and downtime is the reason why you're here in the first place. So learning how to do it in when you're burnt out, understanding you are burnt out firstly is important. Because I've been in them states where you think like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, if I'm depressed, I'm out like, what's going on? Like, I can't get anything done. I don't want to do anything. Like, I feel fucking, yeah, I just don't feel like myself, and I don't know why. And that these are the questions going through your head. But yeah, just listen to yourself. Get out in nature, relax, get time off your phone, listen to your body, allow yourself to rest. If you allow yourself to do this and you don't fight it and keep trying to work, it will pass in a few weeks' time. 2-3 weeks, you'll be back to normal. You'll start getting a little bit of motivation. But what you want to avoid doing is going straight back into the cycle, because the burnout typically does follow a cycle. You will then, once you get a little bit of energy back, you'll get a bit of motivation, then you'll go back into the next thing with hyper motivation, stimulated, you feel back online, it's infatuating, you're getting pulled, yeah, you're buzzing, and then you go back into hyper militant mode of overworking and not resting because you're hyper obsessed, and it feels a mint in this time. And this is coupled up perfectly with people who have ADHD, including myself. It's even more apparent, or it's even more, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's even more apparent. It's even more prevalent in people with ADHD, because you get that in that hyper focus mode. And because we release high energy and high dopamine in these hyper focus states more than the average person, then it requires more energy. So we burn energy. Think of it like this, like on a car, yeah? So you're running on super unleaded when you're in these heightened states. And then every now and again, you get that hyper focus. So you put in the NOS button in. You can press the NOS button. It's going to go fast. You're going to travel fast and far, but only for a short period of time. And then you burn out. So to prevent that, prevent re-entering this cycle of burnout, once you've actually overcome and got yourself out of it, is going slower. Like, when you feel the motivation and the pull, still do bare minimum. Like, still continue to do what you were doing. Set like the bare minimum tasks, what are going to move your business or your work forward, or just like the chores. Do them and then clock off. Allow yourself to completely shut off and have rest and downtime, and schedule novelty. Like, reincorporate structure and routine. So like your sleep wake times, for example, maybe like gym workouts you got to do for the week, walking, like chores and things like this. Delegate some structure and routine. Write that down so it's visual. A digital calendar on your phone's perfect, and then using visual boards like whiteboards and things like that. are fucking amazing because they keep you focused. But once you've done this, allow space for novelty. Like, especially if you've got ADHD, we struggle with allowing space because it means chaos. We're trying to avoid the chaos because our life's chaos, our brain's chaos. So order feels fucking amazing. Like, and when we're on point and we're in routine, we thrive. But it's also can be perceived as a prison if there's not time for novelty and spontaneity. So it's very important to incorporate some spontaneous or just free time, maybe just a day off, just doing whatever the fuck you want, or like a little bit of an afternoon where you can do whatever you want, or a little, just like have a training block for the week, but don't do exact days and exact times. Just, you've got these training sessions, complete them when we can. And for some people, you'd find that'll work well. But for someone building the habits of training, for example, you might be better doing set times, but find what works for you. But just avoid going in this hyper-stimulated state where you're overworking and not allowing your brain to switch off. It takes discipline to do that. It takes discipline to do the bare minimum and then allow yourself to shut off. Especially if you're a highly driven person like myself, it's very hard to do that. Because once you get in them states of like, you feel fucking unstoppable and you want to ride it out. And it's deeply infatuating, but I can promise you now, if you do that, you're just going to be stuck in this cycle of burnout forever, of repeating it. So next time, go in a little bit slower, set the bare minimum task, introduce yourself slowly. It's boring, it's repetitive, it's nowhere near as fucking exciting, but it's sustainable. And you prevent yourself burning out. It's easier said than done, but once you can recognize the pattern, once you become conscious of the pattern, you can see the pattern. So you're way less likely to act it out. So being conscious of it, for one, is the most important. And you can repeat this with food as well. Like, it's like a binge restrict cycle. If you've ever had any struggle with food, I used to do a binge restrict cycle. So I'd restrict myself, cut some body fat, look good, and then I'd start fucking overeating and binging, put all the weight back on. And then I'd get blags, to put the weight back on, then I'd start cutting again. And I'd just repeat this cycle over and over again. And I never really made sustainable progress or kept sustainable long-term eating habits because of this. And the cycle of burnout and the cycle of the binge restrict cycle is very, very similar. You know, you get motivated, you get inspired, you take action, you run on this fuel constantly, thinking about it, obsessing over it, and then that you don't have any energy to sustain that, or you have limited energy, so you just end up burning out. So now I'm coming to the back end of it now. I'm starting to see the rain clouds, the sunshine forming through the rain clouds again. It's funny because I went outside last night. I was stood at my back door and I seen there was a rainbow. I was like, that's a little sign from God. I'll take that one. The rainbows after the rainstorm. But yeah, I think I wanted to get this across because when you're in them states, if you are experiencing this right now or you have in the past, you don't actually know what you're experiencing because it can be painful, really painful. Especially when you know, if you feel like you've got stuff to do, you're like, what is wrong with me? But at least if you can identify it and say, now I know what I'm experiencing, take the pressure off so you can move with it and start to assist the process instead of trying to fight against it. And once again, if you've got ADHD just like myself, then you were definitely experiencing this either now or you have experienced these cycles in the past. I can guarantee it. So you'll understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there, guys. I hope this helps out. It gives you a little bit more perspective and understanding on how to navigate these times when you do experience it and prevent yourself getting in these cycles as well. Allow for some boring, slow days. Allow for some time, space, and silence, which I know is painful, but yeah, just keep them busy doing things that don't require much mental attention. You know, reading, writing, going on slow walks in nature, listening to a bit of music, doing a bit of drawing, colouring, like little things like that. Just being a big kid again, man. Like allowing yourself to be a fucking kid again. And so yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. All right, peace out, friends.